So let's get back to white women and the harm that we do. There is real harm that we do about, in terms of sort of enacting white supremacy in different ways. And I'm going to give you just a few examples and then talk about some of the ways that we can do better, that we can change. So this is one of the, this is a really painful image. This is Mamie Till Mobley, who is standing over the coffin, the open casket of her son, Emmett Till. And Emmett Till, as you probably remember, was killed in 1955. He was a 14-year-old child, and he was killed because Carolyn Bryant pointed her finger at him and said that he had, in different versions, whistled at her, looked at her, touched her, made an advance at her. Some 50 years later, as an 80-year-old woman, Carolyn Bryant recanted that story. And yet, Emmett Till is still dead because she pointed her finger at him. And it's that harm that I'm trying to get to. And this horrible, painful example is not isolated in American culture. Not even close. It's a pattern. And there's some more harm that we do. There's Marsha Blackburn talking to Judge Jackson. This is not a lynching, but it was a disrespectful and painful sort of questioning that was beneath the dignity of Judge Jackson, right? And this is Amy Cooper. I don't know if you remember this. This happened not too far from where I live in New York City. This woman, her name's Amy Cooper. She's in a section of Central Park where you're not allowed to have your dog off leash. There are other areas really close to this spot where you can have your dog off leash. And Christian Cooper, who likes to bird watch, was there early in the morning. He's African American, no relation. And he just asked her to leash her dog. Ma'am, would you leash your dog? And she starts freaking out, saying, what are you doing? What are you doing, right? And in one of the most chilling displays, the power of white women, she gets on the phone to 911 and she throws her voice about half an octave and says, I'm in danger. There's an African American man who's videotaping me and threatening me. Come quick, right? This is the same day in May of 2020 when 12 hours later, George Floyd is on the sidewalk in the street in Minneapolis, and a cop has his knee on his throat. And a young 17-year-old African-American girl is filming the life go out of his body. These happened on the same day, and for me, they are forever twinned, because the thing that she's trying to do is to bring down on Christian Cooper, this lovely African-American gay man who likes to watch birds. She's trying to make happen to him what happened to George Floyd that day. That's the harm that we do. And before there were Karens, there were Beckys, right? This is Barbecue Becky. She called 911 on a black family who was setting up a barbecue pit, which is both legal and quite ordinary and not at all scary. But she called 911 and the police came, and then that family turned their cameras on her, and when she started being videoed, she ran away and cried. And this is another woman who got called Permit Patty, who was upset that there was a young black girl, I believe she was 8 years old, selling water on the sidewalk near her home without a permit.
Visit Every Day is Juneteenth on Instagram and click the link in the bio to get the book.